Big, you ruined my first marriage. You know that. We ain't gonna get into that.
Can you stop bringing that up? Because you know what, man? The first time you said it, I thought you were playing. Does Mariah still talk to you?
Every day, Big.
It's
after
a
you done
question.
pissed her off about our conversation, we got good after that. Like she was mad. That was years ago.
Hey, man.
She still bring it up.
Did she call me out my name?
Nah,
Okay.
she blamed me. She loves you.
Yeah, well, it was your fault.
Yeah. You set me up.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to say he's back.
He's back.
Nick Cannon is back in the neighborhood, man. I text Nick Cannon. I said, Nick, come on home.
And I said, of course.
Yeah,
we
man.
Family.
Welcome back to the neighborhood, brother.
Thank you, man. I should have never left.
Right. Well, you got to go do other things too, though.
But no, see, and this we gonna talk about this. This is Big, my man, for real.
Yeah, no, for real, bro.
And before any decisions I ever made, we chopped it up as friends.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't think, especially 'cause I have so much family in this building, that I thought like, oh, we gonna reinvent how radio and LA moves. Is like, oh no, it's still the same shit.
No. But you know what I loved about you too, man? When you did and when you do LA radio, you kept it classy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I've always done because I know what LA is.
Yeah.
I know that you can say something crazy and it could be there's a melting pot of people here.
Yeah.
That it could be a time bomb in the kettle and also
Facts.
you got to know how to do LA radio too, homie.
But that's the thing. Like, I would have never went to the other station if you would have been like, nah, don't do that. Or if you
Really?
like it was more like, we know there's careers and then there's relationships.
I just thought I was gonna say no, don't do it because I just thought you had too many jobs.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
like for real, man.
And it was just like, one, I love radio so
Right.
much. I mean, we cut from this. So it's like, it was an opportunity. One, I had just graduated college. So, or I was in the process of graduating.
You talking about getting more degrees? You
Yeah.
talking about-
I just did 4 years at Howard University.
Yeah, think
from
you're
like-
all bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a couple
26.
years at West LA City College,
Yeah.
but it's not a
Tell 'em,
competition.
tell 'em.
But
Go ahead.
that was taking up so much of my time. So when it was, I was like, oh, I could do morning radio, and it was here. I was closer to my kids and everything. So I was like, let me knock this out because those are the same hours that I was using for school, and I can get paid. So
Why do you
like,
put so much on your plate? Because I'm trying to. From a guy that weighs 500 pounds, you think I want some more on my plate. But yeah, man, like Nick, damn, bro.
I don't know, man. I think it's probably a few things. I always come from that hustler's mentality.
Yeah.
You gotta keep cooking while the pot is hot.
Yeah.
But then it's also, I feel like the clock is ticking.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I enjoy what I do. Like when I wake up every day, I'm like, yo, I get to be creative. That's my job. I get to make people smile. I want to do that at the highest level. So, and I've been out here hustling since I was a teenager.
Right.
So,
Hey, man, when did Wildin' Out first premiere? Because I saw a date.
Summer 2005.
I can't believe that, bro. That's the date that I saw.
Yeah.
Man, we're about to go into damn near 20 years of Wildin' Out.
Yep.
And it's still hot as fish grease.
Yeah, it's hotter now than it was then.
Hey, man, it's crazy how, I jump into, I have a Sprinter van.
Yeah.
That's all my kids watch.
Facts.
Is that they'll just
Appreciate
go
it.
on and we'll just run through Wildin' Out.
That's love.
Hey, man, so are you guys shooting now or did you wrap up another season?
We're about to start shooting again. The new one just started airing. It's new seasons right now, and we're about to shoot the next season at the end of May. So I'm gonna shoot down in Atlanta.
Yeah, are y'all gonna keep it in Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, it's just economically it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it
Crazy
used to be
to
New
shoot
York.
here.
It's crazy, and then LA is super crazy. So.
Hey, man, and what about The Masked Singer?
Yeah.
If we gonna run through television, man.
Yeah.
Did you know The Masked Singer was gonna be the hit and the phenomenon
I
that
either
it
knew
is?
it was gonna win big or lose big.
Really?
Like just because.
Now, was The Masked Singer, was it taken from, how sometimes we see something like in the UK or something?
Yeah, it was a Korean format.
Right.
And that's where it's like, it was entertaining. Like stuff was going viral just based off of that. And I was like, they showed me that and I was like, that could work here. And the rest is history, really. I mean, when I did, because I left NBC and I did my deal at Fox. And I was like, I don't want to host shit. Like, I don't want to I'd rather just be the executive producer and create. I was like, if I do get in front of camera, it has to be something I've never done before.
Right. And this is after leaving AGT?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
right afterwards. I went from NBC to Fox.
When you do leave America's Got Talent, and that was already that show was hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And you left though,
Yeah,
right? So
quick.
when you leave a show like that, do people feel that you made a bad decision?
Everyone.
Right.
That's why, like, everybody that I looked up to, all my business people, like, people stopped working with me. Like, you're making a brash decision, and this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Nothing like that. This is the #1 show and highest paid host on television.
Could you had stayed? Because they didn't fire you.
No, I quit. They were like, that was so long ago, but they threatened to fire me because of something I said in one of my comedy specials.
Right.
I said, you ain't got to threaten to fire me. I quit. Like, you're not going to, like, because they were asking me to, like, change up the special, take out one of the jokes for saying nigga, something wild that had nothing to do with them.
Right.
And I was like, that's a super overreach. Like, I can see if it's something I did on AGT.
And you don't think saying that you don't have to worry about it, I'm going to quit, you don't think that's an overreach? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but that's how I had to move as a boss. You didn't even think about
the, can we come to a common ground?
Nah, I was like, fuck that, I'm out.
Saying I would have did the same.
Because but that was that time, even in the spirit of Chappelle.
Right, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and that was my guy, and I watched him go through it. I'm like, you're not going to control me.
Hey, man, in the rearview mirror is genius.
Yeah.
But when you looking through the windshield, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, not facts. And everybody around me was real nervous. And it was quiet.
And you had people that gave you good advice and that you believed and they believed in you, that told you you're making a...
Everyone. Lawyers, managers, everyone was like, duh.
Did you ever question yourself, like, man, like, damn, especially because you said it got quiet.
Well, because what happened is, even after I quit, they came back and doubled down with, like, more money, like a lot of money, like twice that I was already making. Because for the optics of it, they didn't want it to look like it was their fault.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Especially when you put race and stuff involved.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Like, so they was trying to make it good and clean it up and all of that. And I was like, I don't want your
man,
money.
And even before you went and got into radio out here,
yeah.
you called me.
Yeah.
If they would have called me for AGT, I wouldn't have told you nothing. I'm telling you, Nick, I would have been like, how much Nick making? I'd be like, man, what did George Lopez say? I do it for half.
Yeah, right? Like, big, you ain't even gonna call and consult me.
No, you would have saw me come out in some, like,
what's interesting,
slip-on shoes. And
to your point, and it's like, because there was rumblings during that time they were talking about Mario Lopez.
Right.
They were talking about Tyra Banks. They were talking about Terry. None of them called me. I was like,
Terry Crews didn't even get on Facebook and pop his chest.
Hell no. we talked later, and then he's like, Tyra, somebody. I remember I sent her a giant bouquet of flowers when on her first day at AGT as the host, and I was like, it's all love.
How long was it quiet for you? But I mean, like, Nick Cannon quiet, because you already was still doing other things.
Yeah,
but
I'm in the network space. It might have been like a year.
Damn.
I mean, because once I went and got the deal, at Fox, it still was. I wasn't back on television, network television I had to develop The Masked Singer.
Right.
Like, we didn't do it immediately.
And like I said, man, The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Bro, if somebody would have told me, like, hey, man, we want you to invest in this, I'd be like, hold on, man, wait. We got a penguin up there.
A bunch of celebrities in Halloween costumes singing.
Let me tell you what I love about it, man. Like, when y'all about to do the reveal, and it's like, oh! And then you be like, could it be Oprah? Could it be LeBron? Is it Ben Affleck? And then you'll come and be like, oh my God, it's MTV legend Puck from the Real World Season 1. Oh! I didn't know I was Puck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dude, do you ever see the setup? I love when they be like, that's Beyonce. And I be like, no, it's not Beyonce.
But the funny thing is, because the way we produce it, we say the most outrageous names.
No.
Because sometimes, like, it'll go viral, and that person will respond like, hell no, that ain't me. Like,
hey, man.
You'll get Beyonce and be like, oh, chill. But, like, I know they love the show too, because I know Blue Ivy for a while. They used to come into the live tapings to see it. So it's like, it's family entertainment.
You better than me, because I would have definitely put a horse head on Beyonce.
You're going out today.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think too, they got put on early seasons. I think Michelle Williams did it.
Right.
And like, sometimes, real talk though, you will get, like, Lil Wayne did the show.
Yeah,
like
that's
nobody,
true.
yeah, like it's people at that level. You know, Tyrese did it in like in the middle of filming Fast and the Furious.
Hey man,
like,
Tyrese, as soon as he started singing, I was like, that's Tyrese.
yeah. But the white people didn't know that.
No, and especially when you talking to all America.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
There's
saying?
like the guy from Fast and the Furious can sing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Oh my God, he has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
He needs to record an album.
Yeah.
I remember that night when Rudy Giuliani was on there, man.
yeah.
My man Ken was like, man, fuck this.
Yeah, it was hot. Hey, we edited it. It was more gangster than that.
My man came out he came out his costume all sweaty.
Yeah, I felt, man, he's like 80, man.
Right,
like that's
right.
somebody's granddad in there, kid cussing him out. Like,
Yeah. Hey,
I
man.
was like, man, leave the
Hey, dude,
old man alone.
we saw you over there like, keep going.
Yeah,
Like, this
was
is a
definitely-
rating bonanza.
yeah, it was definitely a moment.
Yeah,
I
y'all
mean,
put that clip out before y'all even said the show was
Yeah.
coming.
Nah,
yeah,
fact.
that was just accidentally leaked. You know,
Yeah,
push that out.
Yeah, I
there.
don't know who did that,
Yeah.
but it worked.
When do y'all do like a Masked Singer?
We do that. We do it twice a year.
Yeah.
So we do it normally at the top of the year and then at the end of the summer.
I heard that.
So the end of the summer goes right into the fall, and then the ones that's on right now.
Hey man, I'm telling you, dude, I love the reveal.
Yeah.
When
hilarious.
y'all go bonkers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, Pac not under there. Y'all just be naming stuff. I'm like, nah, Pac ain't on the show.
Well, shoot, like with the AI stuff now, that's a whole nother bag. You could anybody could be singing.
It's crazy because we not even here.
Right?
Yeah.
This ain't even us.
Are you
we
tripping
typing this right now?
Are you tripping off that AI stuff that's
It's
coming?
a little
it's
scary.
coming fast
it's
too,
scary
bro.
for creatives because if it's this good right now, imagine what it'll be in 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Just imagine what it's been looking like since the top of the year.
Yeah.
When you start hearing did you hear the Kanye West Justin Bieber song?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kanye West, It Was a Good Day. Then we heard something where it was like Joe Rogan and Donald Trump sitting down.
Yeah.
And it was scary, bro. And I think now, because you work too much, I think now you're going to start doing some AI stuff.
Hey,
Why not?
He's not going to even be there.
I mean, but no, to your point, because I own a publishing company too. Like, and there's a
course
whole,
you do.
there's a whole audio book side of it. And now you don't have to read your audiobook, it takes about 2 days.
Right.
You know, because you got to go in there and you have to
Yeah.
actually read it. Now they're letting the AIs with your voice read it. So like if I got to
my
choose
Lord, man.
2 days of sitting here reading a book that I wrote months ago, or I could just say, yo, let my AI do it.
So you're going to shortcut us. Is
I
that
mean,
what
but
you're saying, Nick
what's the
Cannon?
difference?
Right.
You bought the book.
Nah, I want to hear
You want to hear my breath
I want to
in
hear.
between.
Yeah. I want to hear you stutter step on your own words because we all know you can't read in Hollywood. We all know that, Nick.
You've
you know?
proven that a few times on this show.
Hey man,
You be keeping people's drops.
no, I don't. I never play them. Hey man, but back to the Masked Singer. Do they cut the tracks first? Because I know they're not singing through all
No,
that.
they are. You have to. There's laws, especially when you're dealing with competition and game shows. There's like lawyers and people on the
Yeah.
side. So even because there's a time, like, because I had to do it one time or whatever. I was like, yo, I can't pre-record my vocals and just because. And they're like, no, you have to sing it now. You know, if something goes wrong, but we got to judge you for the vocal that you deliver.
Oh wow, man! I didn't think that
Crazy.
they were really singing.
And I think
through them
that probably
screens.
started like with, I don't know, like American Idol or something like that, because, you know, people will complain
Yeah.
True.
if, you know, even like, you know, some, you know, oh, I normally sing with auto-tune when you can't do that.
Damn.
This
Hey
is
man,
a
now
singing
Ryan
competition.
Seacrest just recently left. What was his show with Kelly?
Live with Kelly and
Yeah.
The morning
Are
one.
you going to go
Regis
do
the
that
show.
Are you going to go do that show?
That's not a bad idea. I
Hey,
remember
man.
before Ryan was there was a few comments.
Hey, man,
When-
I
before
enjoyed
Michael Strahan did it, they were.
I
looking at me.
enjoyed your talk show.
The reason why I quit is
Damn,
because
you quit that too?
Yeah.
Dude, are you gonna get
I know-
fired from anything?
No. I get canceled.
Man, I was afraid to bring you up here. I don't know what you were gonna say today.
Nah, but the reason why I stopped that is the economics of our time bandwidth. It took 16 hours to do 1 hour of content. Like, that's how long it takes to prepare.
Right? Yeah. People think you in and out. Like, man,
No,
you got your whole day.
I was thinking, I was like, oh man, I got, I'll go knock this out at 10 o'clock and
Right.
be done by noon latest. I had to get there because I was doing my morning show too. I had to get there like 5, and then I didn't leave until like 9. Like, and I'm like, and then to be right back, I was like, this doesn't make. I'm losing money by doing this, and like I always tell everybody, like you think, oh, Oprah made $1 billion as a talk show host, and Ellen made hundreds of millions. That was 30, 20 years ago.
Right.
It's not like that no more. People don't watch television like that. So all of that advertising money, and it's not the same.
Were you good when you quit? You was like, man.
Oh, no, because I got to be with my kids.
Right.
Like, and I was in Harlem.
And it take you like 16 hours a day to be with the kids, though, too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
man.
So I could, again, I had to choose, and then it was just, I mean, it just wasn't the right setting for me.
Right.
Because it's like, I love what, like Jennifer Hudson is doing, and Sherry is doing. Mm-hmm. Even with Drew Barrymore, like, that works for them. Me, I was getting in trouble every day. People looking at my dick print, my suits, and shit like that. But there's like, it was, and that was, to me, it's funny, but they were having meetings about that. Like, it was like controversial because middle America was, offended and all, like, just even about certain topics and things. Like, I wanted,
man,
they didn't,
too many bosses, too.
No, and peep this, I would, like, because I was proud to be in Harlem. Right. Like, I'm like, yo, I brought a talk show to Harlem it was in the old 106 and Park building. And all that. And I would be like, yo, coming to you from Harlem. There's like, could you ease up on the Harlem?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
there's still a thing about that.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like, it's hard. This is where the Apollo is.
Is it hard to have that many so-called bosses? And even though you're a boss,
right?
But there's always someone that, don't say Harlem. We having meetings about,
Well, I mean, I made it quite apparent. I was like, nobody's my boss. Like, you guys are my partners,
right?
And I'm a wise businessman, so I'll hear you out. I'm not one of them, over, eccentric artists. Mm-hmm. Like, I listen. That's why I'm good at business. Like, I'm willing to compromise.
Right, but you showed them.
But
you quit.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was.
You ain't gonna compromise so much, huh?
They were pretty happy that I quit too,
right.
Because it's like now that time, because the way syndication works, that time slot opens up. So they also produced the Sherry Shepherd show.
Oh, gotcha.
So they were like, oh,
gotcha, and there's no dick print there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
allegedly,
right? For what I understand. But Nick, what is your day like?
I'm up at 2 a.m.
Okay, no,
I mean, y'all do mornings.
But you didn't hear me, man. I said, what is your day like?
That's my day.
You get up at what?
2. What time you get up?
Man, I'm not even here now. No, not 2. All right, so you get up at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, and that's where I'm.
Okay.
Meditate.
Okay, meditate. I got that.
Pray. Work out.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Go that crazy shit. All right.
And then so probably around 4, I take all my meds, all the stuff I got to do. Mm-hmm. I do that. But between 2 and 4. 4, I'm probably starting to like do stuff for work. So whether it's checking emails, writing, doing some shit in the studio, and then 5, because I got the daily canon. I'm right there with y'all.
Yeah, yes,
I gotta crack the mic 5:30, and then 9, I'm done with that, and then probably. After that, that's when if I'm in Masked Singer, like,
start.
Yeah, like I'm just doing another show for Amazon that we just shot this week. Mm-hmm. So
what show is that?
It's I don't know. Can we say the name? I guess it's a show really that I created. That's pretty much like the men's version of The View.
Oh,
so it's men amongst professionals and therapists and stuff like that.
That's dope.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and so. That usually, like my call time for stuff like that or Masked Singer is usually like 9 or 10. And then from there, that takes all day.
What time do you go to sleep if you're up at 2 in the morning?
I'm going to give you the rest of the day. So hopefully on most days, I could be done with all of that type of stuff by 3 to be able to go pick my kids up from school.
How many schools do you have? But the kids are very young, so you ain't got to stop
like
at
3.
a gang of schools.
3
okay.
right now. So
right. He said right now. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get gangster in a few years.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully they all go to the same school. I'm trying to own Calabasas.
Or see what Kanye did and try to build one, but accredited.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And don't have them in them uniforms and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we not.
But by then, that's usually, that time is the evening, after school and evening is for the kids, till I put them to bed around 8.
Which kids are you picking up from school?
I have Golden, he's in the 2nd grade.
Okay,
he's
damn.
6 years old in the 2nd grade.
I didn't know that you had that you had the 6-year-old. Okay.
Yeah. My because rock and roll are homeschooled.
Right.
So I picked them up after I pick everybody up from normal school because they actually don't really get finished with school till about 5.
Damn.
Because they're home. They got this
Right.
is school in Mariah's house.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. You know?
Like, so they kind of their hours in there because they actually do a lot of extracurricular activities. So they don't finish till 5. And so I've already picked the other kids up. And then by then,
and you're picking them up, like driving to pick them up?
Yeah. Like I used to have my driver, like we was talking, like, but I felt I was getting too lazy and too complacent. And they like to see dad pull up in the truck or whatever, like, and pick them up. Like, and so I give them that. And what's the only sad thing about doing morning radio, as you know, like I really love taking my kids to school.
Yeah.
And I don't get to do that no more.
Let me tell you, bro, that's how people figured out I left power. Because
they start seeing you.
No, they knew like I was on every day.
Right.
And then I just disappeared.
Oh,
and
right.
I was like, man, I never took my kids to school for like 2 days in a row.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was like something totally different.
Yeah. Nah, so I'm a little sad about that because my daughter is in preschool and I used she still has that attachment issue. So like
Gotcha.
I'm playing in the playground for 30 minutes before. So it's like dropping her off is like almost an hour process because she's still getting used to mommy and daddy.
You don't ever like share your calendar with her? Like, baby, look. Baby, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Daddy got to get out of here.
Nah, she don't care either.
Right.
I've been late for many things because she's like, until she's calm enough to watch me leave.
Right.
You know,
Damn.
Because even I remember the first day when she didn't understand what was going on. And both me and her mom took her. And she was losing it because she was like, I'm staying here with these people.
Like, where y'all going?
And you're leaving. And from that day, I was like, we'll never let her
hard.
have those type of moments again. So now it's like, I'll take the time. I'll go down the slide, push her in the swing. And then when she sees all her friends run into the classroom,
right?
Which I think is really dope too, because they let the kids kind of play for like 30 minutes as everyone's getting dropped off.
You never talked to the school, like the administration say, can you let the kids play for like 10 minutes?
Daddy got to go.
Yeah, I got to get out of here.
Now, I think
man,
it's up to each parent. Like some kids, they just let their kids scream and cry and they be out because they got to get to work. I had the luxury of I got an extra hour, but now I don't. So hopefully I'll figure out how to.
Hey, man, when you had the twins, when you had rock and roll, I was like, oh, my God, Nick got twins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
oh,
now
my God, his plate is full.
I got 2 sets of twins.
Yeah, bro.
Do
like
twins run in your family?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
They do. Like my great grandfather is a twin. I want to say I have some aunts that are twins. Like we got a lot of twins in the family.
Yeah, you got a lot of kids in the family.
Damn right. It's a whole lot of cannons.
Did you plan to have this many kids? Because it's 12 kids.
It's 12 in total.
Yeah, 12 in total. And did you go out knowing, you know how that some people say, I want a big family?
I did. I come from a big family.
Right.
My mother's only child. Yeah, but my dad got a whole
didn't want to
squad.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I've lived every experience. I lived, in isolation as an only child. The mirror was my best friend.
Right.
My grandmother helped raise me, so I was her baby with a whole bunch of older people.
Gotcha.
And then I was the oldest of my fathers. So,
gotcha.
So the most fun I had was when there was a bunch of people in the house. So I think that's what I want to have a bunch of kids.
Do you think that and I know this may sound crazy, but at some point everyone can't live together?
I don't want everyone to live together.
Right.
Like and that's what we were just talking about this beforehand. I like the setup so much, but I probably gotta. There's challenges everywhere.
Right.
And I try to, just scave over the challenges. It's definitely challenging.
I can imagine. I have 2, bro, and I'm like, okay, Jaden got a basketball game, Chula got cheerleading.
Man, especially and my kids have activities. So their schedule is busier than mine because I'm trying to bounce from.
That.
No, but I'm literally trying because I'm trying to work their schedules into mine. Right. So I try to be at the basketball game, every
Are you
Friday.
awake at the game or?
I'm active. I'm up there
oh my Lord,
and it's funny
bro.
because we're at the that joint out there, way out there where Kim's and Kanye's kids play there, and it's so it's it's a scene, what I mean?
Right.
And so I gotta show up if everybody else showing up and when I get there, I'm rooting and trying to do all that I can do. So I can't just, like, hey, I'm here to pick up my son. Like, it got to be like, I have to be invested in where, like, even track, I'm out there in Inglewood, like we out there being engaged because I never want to look like the celebrity parent.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm down on one knee, I'm helping, I'm training, like, I would love to coach full time, but I don't have that. I want to do it
turn it
service.
into a show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I would do that.
Coaching with Nick Cannon.
But
like, just give it away.
I was impressed. I'm impressed. Like Matt Barnes coaches his kids. Snoop used to coach. Yeah. Like, that's a lot, because now you're not just responsible for your kids, you're responsible for everybody's kids.
But you know what, though, man? You do have a basketball squad. So,
right there.
Like Matt, of course, he coached other kids.
Right.
When your kids get of age, just put them all on
just
one team.
On one team.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, do y'all ever have, like, and these are real questions, bro. Do y'all ever have, like, together family day? Can you get the mothers together and the kids together?
That hasn't happened yet.
Right.
And I don't think that'll ever happen.
Right. Understood.
Because I'm not a man of conflict. Like, I don't want, like, I think everybody's at peace with being.
Do they get along?
Yeah. Like, okay. I mean, because it's like they don't interact. They don't have to. Everyone has their own world.
Right. This is
like, if anybody's mad at anybody, they mad at me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do they get mad at you?
Yeah.
For what?
Every interview I do. They ask, because something always happens in an interview where I say some dumb shit or don't say something I'm supposed to say.
Is that why we keep booking you?
Exactly. Big, you ruined my first marriage. You know that. We ain't going to get into that.
Can you stop bringing that up? Because you know what, man? The first time you said it, I thought you were playing. And then, remember, you would come and I'd be like, dude, did I really ruin your first marriage?
Yes. That was the kickoff.
Nick, all that
was the kickoff
aside,
of me.
All jokes aside.
But it wasn't you. It was my fault. I was very immature. And that and I'm still immature, but it's like that showed a sign of like, ooh, you could have handled that better. And I was like, fuck it, I'm with my friend. We going in. And I was like,
you knew the mic was on though, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, did you and Mariah, y'all really had a conversation?
She brought it up to me. Because, again, I'm thinking, she ain't listening to this shit. This ain't going to hit her radar.
Yeah.
It definitely did.
Damn.
And it wasn't what you were asking. It was the fact that, like, my eyes lit. I was gloating about my exploits. And she's like, you're a married man. I was like, damn, I never thought about it like that.
Right. Yeah, I am married.
I thought I was an entertainer. They wanted to hear about who I was fucking out here in these streets before I met you.
David, this before them.
Yeah. And it was some ego shit, man. And I had to, it was a lot of therapy. But I still get put in those situations. Like, same thing, like, me and hopefully Big doesn't ask me about that. But it's like, I've learned how to handle it better now as a
Wait, what situation did I need to ask you about?
When people ask you shit, you got to know, because I crack this mic every day as well. So my job is to be an open book and be honest. But like, if other people want to keep things private, just because it's my business don't mean it's everybody's business.
Man, and even with me, bro, like, I went and did like some great therapy last year. I do certain things now, and I'm like, damn, how do I tell my story without telling my family's story when they're not ready?
Yeah. And that's even with, having multiple mothers and all.
No, I only had one mom.
No, I'm talking about the mothers of my children.
Oh, okay, go ahead now. I didn't know, man.
But what I'm saying is, I got to, one, allow them and give them the respect to control their own narrative. Because if I'm the loudest voice in the family, clearly, and if I say, oh, it's just like this, then now they're getting questioned from their family members or people in their comments. So I'm like, look, everybody is their own individual. This is, not a monolithic situation.
And you know what, man? It's not like it's a cult.
Yeah, that's the thing. I tried. Yeah, that's why it's like, it's just, I got a lot of baby mamas. Like, it's like, and they some of them is cool with it. Some of them have to deal with it. How many baby mamas
do you have? 6, 7?
6.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception?
That it is like, I'm out here, like, I control these women, and they're all like, to me, if we were all at dinner together, that would be a little weird.
Yeah,
because
everybody
then
living
it looks
together.
like I'm the king, and they're the ones that are submitting to me.
But
it's
we also
not like
don't see
that.
we don't see that side. We don't know. Like, oh, what is
they run me?
Like,
I'm humbled and really in debt to them because they the ones that allowed me to be the fuck up that I am.
Hey, Nick, is anyone pregnant right now? Do you have any babies?
I don't know.
Damn.
Nah, I don't think. I know.
You know, Abby, one time I saw that she had said that you really opened her eyes to what it means to be with someone and kind of like there are some relationships where they feel like there's too much control, and she was like this. There was this openness that you brought into her life.
Yeah, I would say the dope thing about her and I is that she allows me to be myself, and I allow her to be herself.
I think Abby understands it too, and not that the others don't. I just know Abby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's just a cool person, and just like, look, everybody's trying to be on the highest frequency. Let's move like that.
Right.
We all gonna have our challenges, but it ain't never. That's why I feel like I can speak to her every day in front of a microphone on a show, because then even if she not.
Y'all working together?
Yeah, you know that. Like she's the DJ on the Daily Cannon.
Dope.
Yeah.
Are you paying her?
Yes.
Man, see, damn, there it is.
I'm not paying her. Amazon's paying her.
I didn't know
so
that.
So she's getting a real bag.
How long y'all been doing that?
We haven't started. I mean, we start soon.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
so that's daily.
Yeah.
So do you think the other moms would be like, yeah, got that being in there?
I mean,
I could have DJ.
We just I could have DJ.
The other one like, I could have been a producer. Yeah. You need an editor.
I'll answer the phone.
Oh yeah, all I got a phone out.
Honestly, because everybody does have their own like profession.
Yeah.
So in wherever I can help and assist in that, I do. So like obviously this was a space where it's like, yo,
but you don't knock down like ugly women though, huh?
Not answering this. Everyone's beautiful in my life.
Right,
Big.
Right,
People, I don't know what ugly is. What is ugly, Big?
Let me show you a picture. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. You know, because people listen to you different. And they listen to me different, man. This cancel culture, bro.
Yeah.
Good Lord have mercy.
That's what I'm saying. You can't call people ugly no more.
You can't?
Yeah. No.
Well, they call me ugly all the time.
Well, see, well, I guess if like it's like the N word. If you're a nigga, you can say nigga.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. So I can say ugly. Okay, but Natalia can't.
See, I'm not touching this.
Okay, just checking.
I'm not touching it.
I did not know that ugly was canceled.
Like, no, ugly. There's like ugly people. Like, they protest. They be all mad.
Yeah. He acting like I don't know. I'm the one who set him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, we got to get on down to Fox. You know what I'm saying?
They made an ugly joke.
All the writers are beautiful. All the writers are beautiful.
We need a few more ugly people in the front row. No, that's a real thing.
Right. Let's just say not so attractive.
Yeah. They don't. You can't be too attractive in like studio audiences sometimes. Like,
that's why they keep having me come down there.
No, because they want television is about being relatable.
Right.
Yeah. So if you got like people that are like overly like the people are turned off by that.
Right.
Yeah. They want people to look.
But you know what
normal.
I see now, man? I see the setup. It's like, okay, we got to have the black guy. We got to have the Asian guy. We got to have and I'm like, come on, man. You know,
nah, it's real. I mean, like to me, if you just let people coexist the way we naturally do, it'll happen the way it's supposed to.
Right.
If you start trying to like pre-organize it and stuff, like genetically engineer
but
stuff.
That's Hollywood. Weird. That's television too, though. Yeah.
But I mean, they've been doing it for a long time. It's the world of make believes.
It's like sporting events. All you see is the hot chicks on camera.
Yeah, man.
Boom.
Is that how? See, because I think on like I guess again going back to my experience in daytime television when I had my show, that was a real thing too, because I wanted my audience to be fly. I was like, cause we did a whole thing called, Damn, I Look Good, and people would dress up to come to my show, and they were like, no, we don't want people to, because the people at home, that makes them feel bad because they're not dressed up. They're sitting at home in their robes and shower caps, so we don't want to see you, or at least your audience, to look like they're super fly. That makes sense. I was like, what? That's crazy. But again, I feel like those are old, outdated concepts.
Yeah, but that's a sign of the time still.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Anybody pregnant right now?
Yeah, how many times you gonna ask me this?
A few more.
Yeah. A couple minutes have passed by, so we just gotta
because
did I get them pregnant in that time?
Yeah. Are you getting an alert?
You good over there?
Yeah.
You're not having no morning sickness, huh?
I'm just wondering if
it's
you
only been 2 minutes since I hit that.
As soon as you need it, like, I'm pregnant. Like, dude, I just got in the car. Like, how can you? I just feel pregnant. I'm craving nachos and everything. I just feel pregnant. Hey, Nick, how's your health?
It's good. I had pneumonia in December, and that took me back to the hospital because
How long were you in?
Not that long. It's
Okay.
just because of my condition, because of the lupus and the kidneys and stuff. They want to make sure everything.
How long have you had lupus?
I got diagnosed with it in 2012.
Really?
So, and then it's been a journey, man. Like
what does that affect? Like, what's a
so
so-called
it's
bad day?
Yeah, I can't get out of bed. Yeah, and that's even one of the reasons why I have the schedule that I do have where I wake up so early, because sometimes it would take like an hour or more to get out of the bed.
Like
and it's just,
physically?
Yeah, because of the inflammation.
Is it painful?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like I guess it's kind of related to arthritis. I don't know how arthritis is, but I know a lot of people get lupus are prone to get arthritis later in life. So that's even why I do the yoga and all of the working out to be preventative, so I don't have that later in life. But it's everything locks up. You know what I mean? So on a bad day, on a bad flare up. And that means I probably ate something I wasn't supposed to eat. I probably didn't get enough rest, something. So you could feel it. Like it's just inflammation all over your body. And then which then turns into cramping. And then, you know, where it got serious for me a lot of times could turn into blood clots or pulmonary embolisms. And that's where I had those in my lungs.
When was the last time you had like a so-called episode, for lack of a better word?
So when I had pneumonia, they had to do all of that to make sure I didn't have any blood clots. That's why I had to go to the hospital because you know, it wouldn't be the pneumonia that would take me out. It would be the pulmonary embolism or the blood clot or something like that could. So they have to I got to do all of these CAT scans and like to make sure that I don't have, that the lupus isn't triggering something like that.
Do you have to really control your diet?
At first I did. Like in 2012 and stuff, I really did.
Right.
But because I got tired of it. Like I was on this thing called the renal diet where I couldn't have no sodium, nothing processed. I couldn't even have certain vegetables because it was bad for my blood, especially because of all the medicine that I was on. So by the time I started feeling better, I was like, I'm just eat to live, and I'm gonna eat what makes me happy. So I've gone through like all of the diets and plant-based and vegan and stuff. Now I'm like, long as it's fuel, long as it helps me and it makes me happy, then I'm gonna eat it.
When you get up at 2 a.m, when is your first meal?
Right around then.
Okay, so you got to take it with your medication.
Yeah. Okay, so that's usually my breakfast. So, and I usually like a heavy protein. So I'm like, and steak and eggs or salmon and like stuff like that, because that by the time
at 3 a.m.
By the time 5
Man,
or
you like me, I just wake up and do that.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
Then I go back to sleep.
Yeah, you can't go back to sleep.
Like hell, I can't. You don't live in my house. You ain't the boss of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an incredible artist.
But that's the thing. So if I put all the fuel in my body in the morning, pills, water, like by the time I'm starting my show, I've already drank a gallon of water.
I heard that.
Because first thing to help me get up, I drink a liter of water when I first wake up, because that like gets everything flowing. And then I probably drink, anher 1.5 liters when I'm working out.
You got to pay a lot of attention to that. It's lifestyle now, but you got to pay attention.
But it makes me feel great. And like what's fucked up for me is like the weekends or when I'm traveling, because then I'm off my regimen.
Right.
So then like Saturday I feel groggy. And then somebody, oh, you just need to rest. It's like, nah, I'm off my routine. So then now I start keeping my routine even on the weekends.
Even on the weekends?
I try to, at least. Like, it's traveling and stuff with the kids.
And so when you're doing like the Masked Singer and things like that, wilding out, your schedule is already crazy. Because my thing is this, when I get up in the morning, right? I know the world is not up.
And that's the best time.
It's the best time, but it's also like, that's when my idea, like, oh, I got to get in touch with such and such. And I'm like,
I got to wait a couple hours.
Yeah.
I got a delayed email response.
Yeah.
So I say, send this at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So,
and I wish that they would do that. I used to have that on the iPhone. Yeah, like smartphones, you could delay.
Yeah.
But the iPhone, come on, man.
Come on, Apple. Get your shit together.
You don't own Apple?
I wish.
Oh, okay. Because you own
have
everything
a job
else.
with them or something?
You know what I'm saying?
It's not a bad idea.
You're not doing Wild and Apple or nothing like that? The Apple Singer, nothing like that?
Not yet.
Now, what about celebrity prank wars?
Yeah.
With you and Kevin Hart?
Yeah, that shit fun.
Yeah, man.
Watch your back, dude.
Y'all sell shows, bro.
Yeah, we got to.
Man, I had a good one with Kevin Hart years ago. I never released it, though.
Oh, I think I remember y'all was telling me about that.
Yeah.
I seen some footage from that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Real Husbands, you kind of covered that a little bit.
Oh, really, though?
You don't remember? You was in the episode.
Hey man, you know when I do something, I just go on, man. You know? And you know it's a trip, dude. I forgot that you were in that.
Yeah.
That was another thing that you worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just whatever you do, I just try to come in and sit next to you.
Yeah, there it is. As you should.
Man. What about music wise, man? People, we give you a hard time.
But as you should.
Yeah,
I give me a hard time. And it's actually, again,
even at Real Husbands, when y'all did that freestyle,
Yeah.
you killed them.
I mean, because I do that.
Wilding out, you kill them.
Yeah, but I think it's funnier, again, just to keep my ego in check. It's funnier to say I'm bad at music.
Right.
Than to be like, even with the Eminem
You never
beef and
lied,
stuff,
though, man.
But
Man.
it's hilarious.
Hey, dude, I love when you were going at Eminem.
Yeah.
It was such a challenge.
Yeah,
You know?
it's but to me, and then he played along a little bit, but it's like, I think to me, it's more entertaining, especially because I do so many things.
Yeah, you do.
And because like I'm a real musician, I'm a real producer. I can play mad instruments and all that, but rapping is like, oh, this is something they can make fun of me for. So like even early on in Wild Out, I wrote most of those jokes. I was like, yo, say this about me. Because people don't know that I make every beat on Wild Out. That I'm the one that's creating all of this stuff. So they think, I was like, so yeah, make fun of whatever. My check's gonna still come either way.
Hey man, how many people have we seen that's come through Wildin' Out? Isn't that crazy?
lot, man.
You know how when people say, "Oh man, in Living Color, man, we got Jim Carrey, we got."
See, the
Damon
only
Wayans,
thing though why A Living Color is still killing us,
yeah.
because of the level of stardom that
they got to.
Because that's Jim Carrey, that's Jamie Foxx,
Right.
that's even Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
Like those are superstars, and not even to mention all the Wayans and J-Lo.
Right.
Like that's what.
Yeah.
Like I can't take credit for Kevin, even though I try all the time.
Which one, Kevin Hart?
Hart, because he started on Wild 'N Out. God damn it.
He got into a lot of households.
Yeah.
On Wild 'N Out as well. Kevin had already been doing great
he
work.
was killing.
The same with Cat. Cat was already doing great work.
Yeah.
But when you start to see him in that capacity,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
And so I feel like I build a platform to allow America to see the people we've always known about.
Yeah.
So, and even with DC Young Fly, DC was popping online and Vine, but then when I put him on TV, it's out of here. You know what I mean? And that's when the bag comes, because the bag is.
And
on
you
TV.
share a lot too, because I don't like sharing with people. Like I want to make sure that I'm like the biggest star in the room.
Nah,
yeah.
I don't. I guess because
I be like, man, give me that line.
Yeah, nah.
Like even when Natalia asked you that question, I was like, excuse me.
I should have asked that question. Nah, I guess that's just the spirit that I am. Like I want to put people on. I've always had that to where it's like, yo, it ain't about me, it's about us. So the more you shine, the better I look from, as a person to kind of put it all together. So even, especially like with Wildin' Out, like now I'm the elder statesman. Like I'm not in there trying to get the jokes off or trying to get my bars off. Like I want to see the new school shine.
Right.
So
you got a lot of clothes, huh?
a whole bunch. I don't know where to put them on.
What do you do with
We give them away a lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah, we donate them and stuff. But even like, so like you can't give a suit away that's tailor-made to my body. So
all your suits are tailor-made?
yeah, I'm saving
I bet
them.
somebody will put that on though.
I'm saving them for my sons.
Really though?
I got a lot of those.
How many sons do you have?
7.
7 sons.
Yeah.
And daughters.
5.
I heard that, bro.
Yeah,
I heard that.
You ain't gonna catch me up like I make me forget one of the names. I already got in trouble for that.
Oh, really though?
I'm viral for forgetting one of my daughters'
Hey,
names.
man,
And that's because the
Juan,
interviewer
put
that
the
we
clock
all
up.
love.
Put the clock up.
Nah, see? I'm not doing it.
I wasn't even gonna do it.
Maybe this could redeem me if I forget one of the other kids.
Nice.
It'll balance out.
Let me tell you, man, it's 7 of us.
Yes.
And sometimes, like, if you ask me my brothers and sisters' birthdays,
Yeah.
I'm done.
See that? Like
And I gotta run through a sequence when it comes to like my
Exact-
brothers and sisters.
It's
and
mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I know all my kids' birthdays because I got 3 kids that were born on the 23rd.
No, of different months.
Different
though, right?
months. So it's like I know 23rd is always probably is a likelihood of somebody's birthday.
23rd and what months?
I have a 23rd, 6/23, 9/23, and 12/23.
I heard that. So it's like boom, boom, boom. Like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
Every 3 months on the
Yeah.
23.
Okay.
So it's like stuff like I have to figure out little mathematic
Yeah,
equations to remember everybody's birthday.
And then y'all don't have just like a Jeff or Jonathan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
Y'all got like
know,
Maximilian.
Words mean so much to me.
Malcolm
And you know what's crazy?
X-ified.
Black people, we've been doing that forever,
yeah.
but we do it with African names. Like people think it's funny when they be like, oh, the Malikas and the Tamikas and Masikas. Those are actually Swahili names that mean all the things that mean powerful queen.
Right.
That mean, golden child,
you have
rise
a child
Messiah.
named Power Queen?
I have a
That's
daughter.
A powerful name.
That's my daughter I drop off at school in the morning. Powerful Queen Cannon. She's a powerful cannon.
Damn, man. You can't take that away from her anytime you go to
Every
speak
time,
to her.
exactly. And she
Excuse me,
embodies
powerful
that.
queen.
She she runs the house. She's the
man.
one, and she knows, my son lost his first, it was loose. And he first tooth, he leans in, hasn't lost it yet. Right after school, he leans in to give his sister Powerful a hug and says, I love you. She looked up, bow, right in the mouth.
She socked his tooth out?
Socked his tooth out. Blood
that's powerful.
everywhere. And he's 6, she's 2. Like, that's just her energy. And we had to be like, and then she's like, I knock his tooth. I knock it. He's crying. She's like, I knock his tooth.
She was like, you were like, good job, I guess.
Right. But
Next time, twist the foot of the
I have
knee.
to control that energy, but she's powerful, man.
Hey, man, are you concerned the same? I mean, you're a parent. What this world is coming to with
It's
social
scary.
media, everything is designed to kind of pull your kids away from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But see,
And-
that's why I'm on TikTok with my daughter. That's
Right.
why, me and Rock are gaming together, and I'm, he ain't quite allowed to play Grand Theft Auto right now, but Dad is.
Right.
So he's over my shoulder. We that's bonding time.
Does Mariah still talk to you?
Every day, big.
a
After you done
question.
pissed her off about our conversation, we got good after that. She was mad. That was years ago.
Hey, man,
she still bring it up.
Did she call me out my name?
Nah, she
Okay.
blamed me. She
Okay.
loves you.
Yeah, well, it was your fault.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I'm saying?
set me up. Nah, but we talk every day. Like, we're probably closer now because of stuff like social media. Because
Right.
there was something out there, I can clear this up here. There was a custody battle or war that Mariah, and we was talking, we was just at dinner. I was like, did something happen I don't know about?
Right, when I got in the car.
Yeah, but the fact that in proximity and we're so close and we talk every day, that when these ridiculous rumors pop up, they never infiltrate our actual family.
Has Mariah met any of the other mothers?
Yeah, not all of them.
Right. Well, who can meet all of them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you the only one that met all of them. You know?
But but again, there's enough separation that everybody has respect for.
Right.
I think if people were around each other, that would be an issue.
I think the one thing that people don't understand, man, is that you're very present. And you're a dad and you're a father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think because I get it. It's the optics of it. It's probably difficult to understand. How, even the same thing, how does he have all these jobs? How do you have all these shows? How do you have enough time to do it? But
all these clothes.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, with so many slashes, things that you do and you're
Right.
doing well, when you, on the comedy side, being a comedian,
Yeah.
when you saw Will Smith and Chris Rock,
Yeah.
did you see that in real time, or did you see it once it started to come up on social media?
Nah, see, I was asleep. We were filming Wild 'N Out in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I go to bed pretty early.
So this is like midnight, 1 a.m. over there.
Yeah. And I was
because it was
10.
here at 7.
Yeah, it was 10.
Right.
So I was knocked out, in my room, and everybody, I guess, was watching it downstairs in the hotel lobby. And everybody started calling me, and they're like, yo, Will just smacked Chris. I'm like, what? I'm asleep. Leave me alone. And then I was like, that got to be a skit. He's like, it's not a skit.
Yeah.
And then so I woke up and went downstairs with the whole cast and everybody, and I was like, yo, this is wild.
Yeah, man.
And it was, to me, though, it was just a glimpse into the Black experience. So white people are like, oh, I'm traumatized.
Right. Call my therapist.
If you ever been to one of our family reunions or a gathering and you talk too much shit on Thanksgiving, it's gonna be a fight at the end of the night, and when the leftovers is being divided.
Let me tell you, man, Nick, I watched that in real time, right?
Right.
And the only reason why is because I knew King Richard. I was like, man, this is Will's moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is
That
Will's
he been working
moment.
his whole career for.
Yeah, man. And and you as well, man. You probably hear some of the most craziest things about you.
Yeah.
Will had to be the guy that continued to laugh it off.
Yeah.
Laugh it off.
And as we know him personally, he ain't no punk, he ain't no bitch, he ain't
man.
corny.
Yeah.
But he's been he's been holding back to be professional and proper for so long.
Right.
Like if you West Philly is a real space.
Bro, when I saw that though, man, you know how when you're like, dude, I would give something.
Yeah.
I would pitch in to make that disappear.
To go away.
That never happened. You know?
But again, like, you know, I always say there's some what is it? There's some bad in there's some bad in the best of us, and there's some good in the worst of us. Like no one is monolithic in that sense, to where everybody has a fuck up moment.
Yeah.
And that's like, I think, to me, that humanized Will more, because he was the guy who never did anything wrong.
Right.
I've stood next to him and been like, this motherfucker's amazing.
Yeah.
He's Superman.
Yeah.
But shoot, Superman got kryptonite.
Yeah.
You talk about this man's
that was
wife.
it.
Yeah, and especially all that we had to see them go through, and they trying to hold their family together. And I feel like, come on, dog. Like,
but also, Nick, being a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Was it that bad, or was
no,
or was
he
it just
Will
enough?
definitely overreact.
Right, but you know how
But
they
that's
say
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Or the straw that got Chris Rock slapped.
Yeah,
Like,
you know.
it was like, because also, if we know Chris Rock, he is a habitual line stepper, as
Right.
Charlie Murphy would say. Like, he always goes too far. Like, I remember being at the fucking the MTV Awards. I think it was like 1999 when he hosted one of those ones where everybody was there in the audience.
Nervous? No.
No, and Chris was hosting, and he was killing. And that's when, and like Janet and JD were there, and like that was when that was new. And he had this whole routine of like, Janet Jackson, Jermaine Dupri got Janet Jackson like right in his face.
Right,
and
man.
like, that's like, I think he said,
How did this happen?
He was
No.
like, that's when they were selling, you know, that's like selling Bentleys for the price of a Hyundai.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And he was like, I was like, yo, this is this man's life.
Right.
And like, that should have got your ass whooped. You know what I mean? At that time. But it's like, that's his brand of humor. And you can't be mad at somebody who's brave enough. And that's why he's one of the GOATs and one of the best to ever do stand-up, because he has been fearless.
What about
in
your
those-
relationship with Chris and your relationship with Will? Like, and I know you don't take it personally, like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta pick a side, but
I
that's-
never, like, to me, like, that's two of my
Grown
brothers
men.
fighting. Like,
Yeah.
that's like I said, a glimpse into a black experience. You ever see your two uncles go at it? Like, somebody gonna win. Like, I'm not gonna pick a side.
Does it change your comedy up? Because at one point, you know, you're always on the road. You have a mic. You have a great comedy platform. And then we see, you know, Dave Chappelle. I remember.
Yeah, I think even like DC had to lay
DC
somebody.
had to put hands on somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's the other, especially because when liquor's involved in them comedy clubs. I mean, I've had.
Because you know how they was getting towed up at the Oscars.
Yeah, facts. But even in my scenarios, like, because a lot of my humor is controversial and the things I talked about, like, I've had people come up on stage and you know, want to have, you know, racial debates and things, especially when you start
Right.
getting into that, you know, that Bible Belt, and you doing jokes about, you know, white folks do this and black people and black power. Like, they don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear the guy from The Masked Singer.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So, like, I've had to have certain shows where we got to literally, it turns from a comedy show to literally like an education platform. And like, you're having this discourse and these debates about who we are and what we represent and what we've been through. And, you know, because I try to do the edutainment stuff. So
Right.
I'm stating off facts about, you know, slavery and, you know, Black Wall Street and, you know, what we have been as a people
gonna learn
before.
today.
Yeah. And then, you know, they was like, where's the Nickelodeon jokes?
Yeah,
Where's the jokes
All right,
about
is he gonna
Mariah?
get slime?
Yeah. Like,
No, he's not.
we
gonna
didn't
get
know
slime
he was
here?
coming, you know, for Turban Nick.
Is there a lot of misconceptions about Nick?
Yeah, but
Yeah, because there's times where people say, oh, you know, oh, Nick is this. And then I'm like, man, Nick is blacker than, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hence the turban.
yeah.
But I think too, a lot of that was within me. That was ego. A lot of that was me trying to prove something to people. Like, even, you know, we all know this is like, as when you come up in the entertainment business, people automatically think you soft or think you got a silver
Right.
spoon in your mouth. And when you come from nothing, you want to let people know what set you was from when you
Right,
was growing
right.
up. You want to know, you know, who you affiliated with. And then when people start like discrediting your intelligence. You want to let people know how smart you are,
Right.
how many books you read, how many degrees you got hanging on your wall. And then when people want to start counting your pockets, you want to
Right.
show them how much of a boss you
Did
are.
you get caught up in a lot of that?
All of that.
All of that.
But I'm saying I went through it as I've been in this since I was young. So I got to a point where it's like, well, if I'm secure within myself, I don't care what other people think about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know I don't have to tell people my net worth or what Forbes thinks. Like whatever y'all say, good.
Right.
Like I don't have to prove how smart I am. Never let them know how smart you
Hey,
are. You
man.
know, I'm silly. I'm dumb. I'm immature.
Do you
Like,
ever walk through like an airport or a store or whatever and people just yell out things?
No, I don't got it. I think more than anything, I think people know my heart. I get love everywhere.
That's dope. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not, even during the times when I was canceled and everything, people were like, they wanted to understand more, but nobody brought hate towards me.
Mm-hmm.
If it's always been love because people love things like Wild 'N Out and Masked Singer
Do
and
women
Nickelodeon.
throw themselves at you?
I think they
No matter how many kids and, mothers of your children you have.
Nah, big.
I don't know.
Big smile.
They just
Yeah. It would
throw
seem
themselves?
like you'll be walking somewhere and they'd be like, I have your baby.
That don't happen.
Right.
I'm not out there like that, but
Are you done with kids or you don't know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know because I still feel like I'm not a young man anymore,
Right.
but I still got
Young enough.
a lot of I know people that are way
Doc's
older. than me.
61. He got a 4-year-old. So
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
like,
sorry about that, Doc.
we love you.
Yeah.
But nah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know cats in their 60s that's just starting to have kids again.
Right.
They were empty nesters.
Yeah.
And then now, so as of right now, my dozen I got right now, we rocking. We
Hey, man,
good.
do you think that it'll cost you $1 billion to send your kids to school?
$1 billion?
Yeah, $1 billion. Like
Nah, I
with
won't-
inflation and
That's what-
everything.
Nah, it won't cost $1 billion.
It won't cost $1 billion? Oh, okay.
Couple million.
Right. Quite a few million.
If they all want to go to like Ivy League schools, and because everybody's private schools from on up, or
Yeah.
at least that not private. I'm
So,
saying,
man,
the best of schools.
I pay for like my 2 kids. They're in
Yeah.
private school.
Yeah.
You got to pay that.
12 times. Wow. Yeah. And because that stuff and we're not even talking about all the clubs and extracurricular activities to get into the best schools. So all that stuff costs money too.
Right.
Sports.
Now, what about shoes? Are your kids going to wear shoes for the rest of their lives? Or you going to teach them
And
like
I got
a
some
barefoot?
little sneaker heads too. Like,
Oh, man.
Rock gotta have a Travis guy. The crazy thing, the Air Mags, right? When I first had them about 10, 15 years ago, they cost $15,000 then.
Whoa.
And I still got mine. That's the Back to the Future shoes.
Damn.
Now he wants a pair.
You like, no, you
Because
don't?
like mine they falling apart. I was like, why did I pay $50,000? They now cost $75,000.
Oh my goodness.
And he's on
Dude, are you
StockX.
serious?
I was like, my dude.
Who do you think his dad and
lo-
mom are? Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey?
Exactly. I was like, I get it, and I'm all for it. Let's get the Travis Scotts for a couple of grand. I'm with that. But I'm not paying $75,000 for some sneakers.
He was like, you
ain't-
paid $15,000 back in the 80s.
And that's
when
exactly
it was
what he
black
said.
and white TV. You know?
He said you paid $15,000 for yours.
Yeah, well, he
And,
was like,
and,
what
and,
about inflation?
and he's like, look how much money you've made because now they're worth $75,000. Imagine if I get them there, they're gonna be worth like $200,000.
Oh, he's trying to justify the spin.
Yeah,
You're
It's
like, are you not
brilliant
going to
young
wear
man.
them? You're like, are you going to wear them? Are you going to keep them in the box?
Now
Or-
he knows he's not gonna wear them. He just wants his own pair to kind of put. Mine are in a box. They're shining. Like I got like those. I got my Colin Kaepernick shoes. I got my Kobe signed shoes. Like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I got he grew up seeing this. So now that he's a sneakerhead, he's like, I want to have my own selection
Right.
too.
But you got to also tell him, like, hey, man,
I made this money.
there it is. Yeah.
Nah, they got a good concept of money and
Man, how do you not become an enabler?
It's difficult. I'm
Yeah.
trying because I want, especially with my daughters, I want to give them everything,
Yeah,
but I
man.
want to teach them the
By
value.
nature.
Yeah. But luckily, I mean, again, I'm still in first quarter of the game. Like they all have a lot of respect and they're really grounded and they know that Monroe constantly talking like she wants to go to Yale's acting school and like she's locked in like that's what I want to do with my life. Rock's like I'm going to Howard University and
I
I'm gonna be
heard
big.
that.
Like so I'm like
How old are they now?
11. They'll be
Gosh.
12 on the 30th. Yeah.
Of
so-
this month?
Yeah.
I heard
April,
that.
yeah.
You doing a big party? I remember back in the days, you used to invite them. I used to tell my kids that was their party. Yeah, because they were young, man. I'd be like, look at this. We done closed down Santa Monica Pier. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the type of stuff we do. So I mean, I still like, try to. I get the amusement parks in the middle of the night.
Right.
Are
any of your kids' birthdays on the same day? Yet?
No, they're
not
close.
yet. Okay.
They're other than the twins, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
But there's some close. Like I got a lot of kids in June. You know what I mean? Like so, it's which makes for good.
You got
time.
a lot of kids in June.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of kids in July and August too.
Nah,
And September and October.
I got a lot
And
in
November.
I got a lot in
December.
June. I got a lot. There's in September and December. But everybody other than that,
What's the September birthdays?
The September birthdays are the 14th,
You want me to
the
stop this
23rd.
so we can edit it?
Nah, I know it. The 14th and the 23rd. So
Okay.
there's a couple in September.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
September. I'm September 8th. My daughter's September 24th.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why we probably haven't seen you on my last couple birthday
Yeah,
parties.
because
you got to set up and do other things.
Yeah.
What's around the corner for Nick Cannon?
I mean, the Daily Cannon, man. I'm excited about that. It's it's reinventing radio, kind of making it more.
When does that start for you? Do you know?
Next week.
Congratulations
So
to you and
social
Abby,
media
man.
and I appreciate it. Social media and radio all in one. So it's never really been done before.
I heard that.
So-
if anybody gonna do it,
Yeah, right there.
There
right.
you go.
And then, like I said, the new
it's
show.
about time you have something successful.
Right.
Yeah.
Then the new show, like this digital and streaming is so wide open for us. So
Hey,
like,
man, Nick, what's your motivation? Are you motivated by fear?
nah, would it be? Let me think. It's not fear
Mm-hmm.
because, but if it is fear, it's the fear of running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I want to do as much as I possibly can in the time that I'm given.
Right.
And I don't know if that has to do with like, being on my deathbed a couple of times or like, like
Gotcha.
nearly losing my life. Like, oh, tomorrow's not promised. But
So
I'm not
you've been
afraid
there,
of death. Though.
You've been there, Nick?
Yeah. I mean, we all been,
Yeah.
growing
Yeah,
up,
I had mine.
shot at and
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. But like when being in
It's crazy how my
Cedar
son
Sinai.
My son is 16, right? And
Right.
thank God, my son has never been shot at.
That's
He's
amazing.
never
It's
had
beautiful,
hand,
right?
you know what I'm saying? But
Don't know
from
the
a-
real experience of what
Yeah, praise God,
especially
though.
out here.
Praise
when
God.
drive-bys,
Yeah,
that
man.
stuff was walking to school.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah, man.
It was happening on the norm.
yeah.
And like having classmates like, oh, they got shot. They
yeah,
died.
Man. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, man.
Like, luckily, I mean, we're dealing with stuff that today that we never had to deal with like mass school. Like, they have assembly, like drills, like where we would have fire drills. They got mass shooting drills.
Hey, man,
at
it's
school.
crazy because back in the days when you dropped your kids off at school, you were like, oh, they're at school.
Yeah.
It was like the safe zone. I'm at work. They're at school.
Yeah.
They're safe. Then I bring them home. They're safe. Those kind of things.
You know what I hate is getting, because, throughout the day, they, teachers will email you or text you. I hate getting those because it's like,
Yeah, man.
something's wrong.
The anxiety of it.
So it's like,
The calls.
hopefully it's like, oh, my daughter punched the kid in the face.
Right.
You know
Knock
what I
somebody-
mean? I
this
can
daughter
deal
knocked
with
somebody
that.
tooth out.
Yeah. But like the scariness of like, imagine we've seen it all on the news, getting that call that there's, your school's on lockdown or there's an active shooter. Like that's like real. You have that real anxiety.
And I worry about my kids, bro. And I know as a father, you got to worry
Yeah.
about your kids and their well-being.
But that's, I mean, again, several times over, because where I find peace is the fact that my kids are healthy
Mm-hmm.
and happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, anybody else's opinion on anything else, healthy and happy, because having lost a child, when you have to go
Yeah.
through them not being healthy, that is the worst feeling. I wouldn't wish that on my
Hey,
worst
man,
enemy.
with you losing your little one, it's like that gotta be the loneliest world, because you can have millions of fans
Yeah.
and millions of people, but there's no comfort
Yeah.
that you can get from
And
anyone.
nobody knows what to say. You don't know what you need to hear.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like, and it's like, to measure it, it's foreign territory. You're by yourself. Like I say, it's a club nobody wants to be in.
Yeah, man.
So even it's bizarre, man. But it's like, even into that sense, because I even, briefly got a chance to talk to Lamar Odom about it, because, same vibe, like he, and obviously you start to try to make things make sense in your head, like even how old they were, what it was, and then like even the pain is is different for everyone, but it's like it doesn't matter, man. So it's like even trying to relate to someone else who has lost a child is still like it's still different. You know what I mean? And people react different towards certain things. People, have different vices or ways to handle it. It's different for everyone. I went back to work immediately.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. As a dad, how do you deal with that? Because I've never lost a kid. And my buddy Jose that I'm with, he lost his son at 5 years of age.
Oh, man.
And even just being next to it and next to him, it's like, man, and I know when he's thinking about certain things. I know when something come on TV.
Or somebody say something.
Yeah, man. And then now we're in a world where you never know when somebody's going to bring it up.
Right. Or even, what pains me every time is when I'm scrolling down social media and some random media outlet posts that picture or even that story, and I got to see that. Wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, all right, let me get it together and then move on. Like that shockingness of someone else putting it out there, and then even the reason why they put it out there.
Yeah.
Like this, we wasn't even on that like today, but it's like it's a painful reminder that I had to live this out in front of the world.
And you say you jump right back in?
I mean, yeah, because even like I was at work on Monday because that was the only way that I knew how to deal with it.
You were doing your talk show, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, and you know what's crazy, bro, is that my mom passed on a Wednesday, and I was back at work on a Friday. And it wasn't because I didn't feel it. It wasn't her. My mom was the most important person to me in my life.
Right.
It was more so I needed this.
Yep.
I needed this, man. And it was crazy because for my brothers and sisters, I felt bad because they didn't have this.
Right.
Because
now you got to sit, because that's the thing. Like, I was like, if I sit in this pain and this low frequency, it's going to eat me alive. Yeah. And then you start feeling guilty because of the way you handle it, because everybody's like, man, take your time. Why are you here? Everyone grieves differently.
Yeah.
And to me, diving back into work was my way of doing, and dealing with it in the public, crying in front of everybody, letting them know, like, look, this is what it is, y'all. I'm an open book. Y'all get me. At my best and at my worst, here I am. And the outpour of love definitely helped. But then even at the same time, it's like, okay, all I was looking to do was just make it to the next 5 minutes, make it to the next day.
Right.
And that, that's how I handle pain.
And then, man, it's like you got, we all got our enoughs.
Yeah.
And you got to, like, I'm pretty sure your enoughs had to be like, okay, I got to be in public enough.
Yeah.
I got to still show up and do the job enough.
Yeah.
I got to be vulnerable enough and real vulnerable. And then I got to be there for the queen as well.
Yeah, facts.
And she's not on a talk show.
Yeah, and now, this is all new. Like, someone who's not in the public eye having to deal with, and I'm going to keep it a stack. Like, she was way closer to Zen because she's there every single day. Zen came out of her, you know what I mean?
Man.
Like, so even trying to nurture that, I mean, lots of therapy, but it's more like I was so empathetic to her world and her process because she didn't ask. I was actually fucking up. Like, I was doing all the wrong things, and she would remind me, like, I didn't want to share that picture. I didn't want, like, I'm posting personal pictures talking about the process, trying to make it sound as beautiful and poetic as possible. She's like, what if I didn't want the world to know how we spent this?
And those are the things, Nick, we don't see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the things we don't see.
I have to apologize. Like, dang, I might have been a little bit too selfish because this is how I'm dealing with it, but I didn't ask to say, how do you want to deal with it? So it's stuff like that to where, man, you learn. You definitely do. And it's all made me, hopefully, a better human being, today. But I know it's some more shit that's going to happen. We all, like, life is life. So hopefully every time I'm, I come against the obstacle, I can jump over it, but I'm going to learn that lesson about why that obstacle was there in the first place.
Hey, Nick, how do you find out when you're having a kid? It's not like, because I
It's
remember.
different every time.
Yeah, I remember when I had my son, right?
Right.
I remember I was on the toilet and I saw something come under the door. And I was like, what the hell is that? And it was the pregnancy test.
Wow.
It's usually one of them tests. You get a text with that test and somebody throw it at you. Oh,
What is
damn.
this? Like, man, throwing a Sharpie. Oh, no. Oh, I thought it was a Sharpie. Yeah.
But I mean, it's always a joyful
When you
experience.
go to announce, are you like, okay, let me get ready?
Well, I mean, because again, I allow everyone to have their own narrative, and like I'm never the one that's out there talking about it. And because, as we know, when dealing with that, women have to be delicate because I've been on the other side of that where someone may announce something a little too soon. And it's not a successful pregnancy, and that's painful.
Right? Yes,
you know what I mean.
Sir, yes,
like
sir.
that's harsh. Where you're excited for 2 months, and you want to tell
man.
everybody, and something that last month of that first trimester, something
I know
goes, and that pain. That pain is just as intense, especially for certain people who never had children or certain things, because they feel like they don't care what age the child
Louis
was.
about to have his first. I know
man.
you're probably looking like, damn, he is the size of a baby. But
It's not mine. We already discussed
are
that.
you sure?
I'm just saying
What
because
time is it, Doc?
Yeah.
We gotta check on him.
Yeah, but I've experienced, a lot of miscarriages, more than probably the average man, because I got more kids than the average man. So that pain is just, I don't want to compare pain,
Right,
but
right.
you feel that pain, as most women will probably share. The same, like you can't say when your child was your child or when your child wasn't your child. So I've been delicate to the scenario. Like, I'll announce when you're comfortable announcing. If you want 2 weeks out, all right, I'm gonna take this journey with you.
Yeah.
If you want to wait to the first
communication.
trimester, then I'm with you. If you want to, some people had babies and had a peaceful pregnancy without saying, "Oh, this is Nick Cannon's baby," and then in the announcement, it was like, "Oh yeah." So
Gotcha.
I allow everyone to have their process and do it as fit, and I just support it.
If we went to a Dodger game, right, and the Dodger Stadium holds how many people?
What, baby,
56,000?
Like,
How much?
Almost 60.
56, I think.
56,000.
Somewhere
How
around
many
there.
seats would I have to buy?
Do you think that if it was a sold out Dodger game, do you think that one of your kids or one of your baby's mothers would be at that game?
No, they don't
The
like
averages.
baseball.
Oh, okay. I was just talking about the averages. I was just talking about the
How
averages.
many parents have you met? Have you met everyone's parents?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a lot of parents you
Yeah.
gotta introduce yourself to.
Yeah, because
Hey, how you doing
everybody's
there, John?
family.
I'm Tony.
Yeah, everybody's family dynamic is different. So like
bet.
some have one parent.
Do the
some
families get along with you?
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah,
I think,
you are.
Yeah, so I think beforehand they talk shit probably,
Right.
but once they meet me, they're like, "Oh, he cool." Like, and once we family now, so
Damn.
I get along with everybody.
Do you get a lot of calls with people asking you for stuff?
I mean, I've always gotten that. Like,
Yeah, man.
like that is, come on, Big. You know what it is. When you
Yeah.
the patriarch, when you
Damn.
when you the provider, and everybody always counting your pockets. So not from new people, but
Have you ever taken a picture, then look down and be like, wait, this not my kid? You know what I'm saying? Like you giving kisses, like you kissing your kids goodbye at school, and then you accidentally kiss the wrong one. Like, oh, sorry about that.
This was not mine.
Yeah.
For once.
Have you ever had that? Like,
That has never happened.
nah. What about
I know
when
my
somebody's
children.
walking up to you with a stroller? Do you get nervous?
Yeah. See, that is like everybody got this inside joke that like every time I take pictures with other people's kids, you like, this one could be yours too. Like that's
Right.
not funny. Like
Right.
after the 1,000th time.
I love when people tell me, and like, I'm like, oh man, I have 2 kids that you know about. I'm like,
Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah.
Because I know I've been in radio long enough and been successful.
Yeah.
That if there was anybody out there, I would have met that kid.
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
boy, he don't claim me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you see that dude that I don't know if it's true or not, but he looked just like LL Cool J.
Yeah, man.
And he was telling that I was like, I don't know,
But you know, it look a little fugazi too, because
Yeah.
he licking the lips and
yeah,
you know
and
what
it's
I'm
like with
saying?
AI these days,
Yeah,
like
you don't
he
know what
probably
you're
don't
looking
even
at.
look. That might be a whole skit
Yeah,
in
you
itself.
don't know what you're
But
looking
that
at.
dude looked like LL Cool J.
Yeah, man.
But
yeah.
because LL was wild
LL
back in
probably
the
like, man,
80s.
how I come up on this?
we love
talking
LL,
about- yeah.
but I'm just saying how people that might probably not true. You know what I mean? But people can create stuff.
Now we've been
anything.
sitting down realistically about an hour.
Okay, yeah, I got a meeting I gotta go to.
Yeah,
baby.
no worries. We'll get you to that. But have you had any kids since we've
In
been
that-
sitting here?
I don't know, Louis. You all right over there?
Yeah.
Good, dog.
Okay, just checking.
I'm all right, bro.
If Louis gives birth in a second.
Just checking. I'm gonna come back with you, man. I want to do something with you called For Real, For Real. I'm gonna ask you
Now,
some
last
questions.
time we played a game like this, I got divorced.
That's true. I mean,
But dude, you really
you're
gonna
not
keep
married, so you're
bringing?
good.
That sound good?
You really gonna
Every
keep
time you
bringing
play,
this
every
up?
time you start doing that shit with the paper, I'm gonna bring that up. And like, it's time to play a game. You got your little paper and shit you wrote down last night.
Hey,
it's gonna
man.
fuck up my life.
You
Let's do it.
You talking about the old me?
Yeah, okay.
This is Bible verses and all kind of stuff. All right, this guy,
Let's
man,
do
he
it.
always thinks somebody
Hell yeah.
out to get him.
It's always every interview, some shit I get it goes viral.
Hey man, this is very, very tame
right.
compared to when you say I broke up your marriage.
Yeah, okay, let's
And
go.
and once again, Nick, I apologize.
Thank you.
No, look at me.
We're in a good space now.
Yeah,
though.
we are. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody loves everybody. You know what? Think about it.
You know I was
I wouldn't
scared to
have-
see Mariah, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have all of these other beautiful babies if it wasn't for you. If you look at it
That's
like
one
that.
way to look at it.
Yeah,
huh?
because I'll still be
And that's a
married.
good thing, though, right?
Yeah, I love
Oh, that's a
it.
beautiful
I'm like,
thing. Yeah, come on, you guys.
So thank you, man.
Man, you're more than welcome,
Thank
man.
you.
Please send it to me in September.
I got
Stick
10
around your
other
radio.
kids because of Big Boy.
There it is. If that's the way you want to distort it, I'll take it. Thank you for coming into the
man.
neighborhood,
Good to
bro.
have
That's
you
love.
back.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad,
It's so good to have you back in the neighborhood, man. And
Don't
like I
kick
say,
me out next time.
Well, stop getting jobs at the competition.
Yeah,
dog.
right? Come on.
Excuse
Some of us
me.
I
need
actually
jobs.
thought we talked about this, big. We said, "Yo, we gonna do LA radio different."
And we
I'm gonna
did.
call you. We gonna show love. And we did all that. But then I couldn't come up to this motherfucker no more.
Because you had a morning show
But
that you had to be at.
yeah, right.
Right.
But we was still. You
What
know,
was going to do? Simulcast together?
that's what I was looking for.
you, you give away your tickets?
Yeah.
And then I give away mine?
I wanted to do that.
Or what you want me to do is like, hey man, we don't have Disney tickets, but go on to Nick Cannon because they got the contract right now.
Yeah, right.
And get your tickets from.
That would have been amazing.
yeah.
It's never been done before.
Right.
We
Okay.
did we did do some really cool stuff outside of radio
Yeah,
together
man.
and stuff
No,
like
no,
that.
and-
I still got. it was beautiful to be able to come to your birthday party
Yeah, man.
and all that.
Thank you.
Like it was
I
dope.
didn't quite find your gift though. Did you bring anything that
Did
night?
I get you
Or was
something?
your
My present
your presence
was
was
my
your present?
present.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, man, because I went through it and I was like,
Because
man,
you know
it's got to be a Lamborghini
I got you exactly
key.
what you got me for my birthday.
Hey, man, for one, you never invited me to your birthday.
Damn.
Lie ass.
That's cold.
I invited you to my birthday, my kids' birthdays, all the time.
But you know what? I went to the kids' birthday because those were so fun. You guys had like circuses and fairs.
you rent out Santa Monica Pier and Disneyland.
Man. You know,
Like,
I was homeless in Santa Monica, so to actually go and it's like, oh my God, look at this.
I can have all this.
Yeah, man. So when is your birthday?
October 8th. Yes.
Yep, October 8th.
Exactly.
So make sure.
A month after mine.
Yeah,
there it
should be
is,
right there.
See you really forgot my birthday.
Yup.
When is my birthday, Nick?
Your birthday's in September, right?
Nah,
I thought you said, didn't he? I don't know.
it
when
is September 8th.
I was about to say, right?
Why you didn't give me nothing for my birthday?
Because the year before you didn't give me nothing for mine.
Mm.
See, I was setting the price. I think I might have gotten you something though.
I
'Cause
highly doubt
you know
it.
what? You know how my life works?
What's that?
I have an entire department for birthdays.
Really?
And
Oh, so it's not as personal.
I got everyone's birthday.
not as personal.
It's not. And I was
Right.
like, give them some incredible shit. Send them some headphones, a jacket.
Oh, we got
So-
those.
Oh yeah. Well, you know you did.
Yeah, so
You did.
there was probably a package that came the week of your birthday
Yeah.
that I signed and said, because I have to do that.
And I gave it away as a gift.
Right.
I gave it
You
away on air.
re-gifted
I was
my-
like, caller number 92, hit us up right now.
Right.
We got your incredible package. You still got your incredible package. Incredible, like.
Nah, I let Ray J have that business.
No, I heard
I'm good.
that.
He's booming.
But
in it,
isn't
too.
Wack doing like incredible diapers?
So I love this because when Wack and I,
You should do incredible diapers.
it was a great concept because
Mm-hmm.
even with the government and stuff, it was for the community. We were providing diapers for single mothers
And people don't know what that costs, bro.
yo, and that's like such the amount of like you can literally not only save a community when you can provide free diapers, but it's an actual industry. So we were trying to put it together, and I think we still doing it. I
Right.
mean, like shouts out to Wack, but it started off as a charitable effort, and then obviously like now I need the charity. I need all them damn diapers.
Yeah, you do.
But it was more about like we were looking to provide low income families and even hopefully free at times and really get the government to
Right.
pay for it. So it's like because there's a whole department to where if
Still
you
a
do
work
it,
in progress too.
well, it takes a while because
Yeah.
also they're manufactured overseas and like the pandemic and all of that happened. So, we still just trying to make sure that we
Did you get
read
COVID?
all the sanctions.
Did you get COVID, Nick?
I did, and it was
Yeah.
scary because with my lupus.
Yeah.
So
Have you had it once, twice?
I believe I only had it one because I
Okay.
got to get tested weekly. So
yeah.
so I've only tested positive one time
On the
and-
set?
Yeah, it was while I was shooting Masked Singer.
Wow.
And I think I missed like 4 episodes of Masked Singer. Yeah, during the pandemic. So
Damn. So do you record those later? Or
nah,
those
we had a
just
guest
gone?
host. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Niecy Nash came
Oh,
in.
hello.
and-
Yeah, she killed it. It was real good when she was
Yeah, that's
on.
what I was like, okay, don't do too good of
Yeah.
a job now, damn it.
That's the coldest when somebody come in. You're like,
Yeah.
man, wait. Oh,
Yeah.
my God, the ratings went up. Like, what?
Yeah, so luckily
You're
that
like-
didn't happen, big.
You was like, everybody's at home. Everybody's watching. That's
When,
fine.
yeah, when I came back, we was
No,
still
you got a
cooking.
successful show, bro.
Yeah,
Successful show.
We about to shoot season 10.
Good guys.
Congratulations.
Season
to
20
you,
of
man.
Wildin' Out's coming out.
Congratulations.
And appreciate you. And season 10
And
of
then
Masked
the
Singer.
tours.
Yeah. So, yeah, we trying.
restaurants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of that.
What is that mix? I saw you put something up. What is it? It's a mix of a restaurant and
It's a sports bar. It's
Yeah, there you
to
go.
me, it's really like the first hip hop sports bar franchise. Jay got 40/40, but that's not a franchise. He do
Right.
those,
And then
but
you
like,
can't get in there. At least we can get in yours.
right,
bro.
right. Anybody can come in the Wildin' Out sports bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just a whole sports bar vibe.
We got some for real, for false coming up with Nick Cannon. Y'all continue to hang out with us, Big Boy Neighborhood.